Hello, Robert. It's Milo here, and you're watching Trading Cards. Today on Trading Cards, we got Card Talking. We're joined with Pete Alonso and nobody else. Pete, you're looking pretty lonely over there. Maybe he needs a little bit of support. Maybe he needs a little bit of protection from the corners. From a cornerback named Sean Springs, who played for the Seattle Seahawks. Look at that. This was like one of the very first cards anybody traded with me. And it came from Trav at Polykill. So even though I don't watch football, this card did mean something to me. And now it's autographed, so it means even more. He even put his number there, inscribed as number 24. Sean Springs. Thank you very much, Mr. Springs. We're going to be doing more than just showing autographs. We're going to be opening up some of these chubby packs. Speaking of Trav, who sent me this card, he also sent in that package a bunch of packs of football cards. I've since gone through all of them. It took me a year. This is the final one, I believe. And it is a jumbo with 32 cards to a pack. So let's just rip into it and see what the 32 cards look like. What? I did not expect this. I thought this was junk wax. I didn't know they made cards that looked like this. Leonard Renfro. Maybe related to Brad Renfro, the actor. The departure of Reggie White to Green Bay left a huge hole in the Eagles' defensive line. Oh, that was a shame. Glad they made a card about it. Okay, we got more normal looking cards after that. Steve DeBerg, although these would look really good signed. And they're not stuck together at all. I was almost certain these would be bricked with how tightly they were packed. Thurman Thomas, these are 93 Pro Set. Craig Erickson, Rob Moore. Do you watch football? Do you recognize any of them? Did they play in games that you saw? Stan Gelba. Kelvin Martin. Ronaldo Turnbull. This one's actually from 93 Pro Set. Randall Cunningham. Oh. He was one of those guys that takes the ball and just runs with it, you know. Scott Sisson. He looks like a kicker, unless this is Scott Sisson. But I don't think this is an action shot for this guy. It's more of an action shot for this guy. Gary Clark. I think he was an actor. John Vaughn. Stat leaders. All right, this is a stat leader card. We got to show a little bit more respect. 1992 NFL kickoff return leader, running back for the New England Patriots, which is one of the original teams to support John Vaughn. We have Greg McMurdy, Kevin Green, Warren Moon. I thought that was a big A, so I was reading A Warren Moon. I was like, how many Warren Moons they got there? Troy Vincent, Gary Conklin, Tim McDonald had a farm, EI. Oh, Everson Walls, Pierce Holt, Jeff Hostetler, Robbie Jones, Bobby Herbert, Don Beeb, hey Beeb, Dan Marino. This guy's from Ace Ventura. I remember this guy in Ace Ventura. I don't know, maybe we can get Jim Carrey to sign that. Willie Anderson, Sterling Sharp, Tim Crumry for the Bengals, who traditionally have the greatest helmets. Glenn Milburn. A lot of players want to be on the Bengals just for that helmet. Brad Baxter and Cody Carlson. So definitely the Dan Marino stat leader and this whatever the heck this thing is are the better cards in the pack for sure. I wasn't expecting much, and I'm pleasantly surprised by Pro Set 1993 jumbo packs. Look, it looks like I watch football. People just tuning in now, when they're flipping through the channel, will be like, Whoa, who's this new football guy who loves football so much? I gotta switch it up, gotta get a non-football guy up on that board. So we're gonna show off this autograph from Mr. Jimmy Smits. Big thanks to Nick from Shorebreak Cards for hooking it up in a trade for this Bale Organa card. I don't know if you remember seeing it in a video a couple months ago, but I have since sent it to Jimmy Smits and he has since sent it back. He likes to write a novel on the front of the card. So it says, to the best of my abilities here, it says, to Miles Mick from Jimmy Smits. The force is with you, MM. What, you could just write your name on it. Jimmy Smits is an interesting guy because you will get your autograph if you send a card to Jimmy Smits. No fee. He will 100% sign it and send it back. One card for your entire life. He takes your name and address, and you can never send him another card again. If you do, he'll be like, nice try, jerk, and get it. But everybody gets one, and this is my one from Jimmy Smits. I actually recently just saw that one of his first roles was in Pee-wee's Playhouse. He had a cameo in Pee-wee's Playhouse. Google it. Another autograph here. We got Curtis Strange from Pro Set. This guy was a football player as well. PGA Tour. What does that mean? Is that football? Oh, it's golf. So Curtis Strange plays golf. Strange up on here, golfer, just golfing it up most of the time. Let's move on to another one of these jumbos. This one comes from the Passionate Pack Rat. Thank you very much for this jumbo. 28 cards, OPG 22-23 hockey. Some of my favorite hockey players: Marty McSorley, hopefully we get him. Cole Silly, Mr. Rusty, Mr. Brian Ringrust, Brandon Carlo for the Boston Bruins, Alex Foremention, Yakov Trinan, Zach Jones, Toro, Ethan Bear, Toro, Nico Mikola, Tararata, Adam Laurie, Mateus Masalelli, Zach Wierenski, oh, that's an all-star card. This is a marquee rookie of Braden Schneider. I think this is actually like a reasonable human. Is he a reasonable human? O-Peachy Premier, Josh Norris. Look at that O-Peachy Premier. Very nice. It's a thicker card. Norris's hat trick against the Red Wings on April 3rd, 2022 led the Senators to a 5-2 home victory. If you liked Ottawa, that might make you happy. We got Jonathan Dahlen for the San Jose. I like the style of the card, but he looks very surprised about something. Oh, more San Jose. I guess this is Sharks pack. Timo Meier. Oh, we got a Pittsburgh Penguins. Kasperi Kampanen. He looks scared. It's like they didn't tell any of these guys they were going to take a picture, and then they're just playing a game of hockey and they see a photographer on the ice and they're like, ah! Niels Hoglander. I've heard that name before. Victor Olofsson. Duncan Keith. Hampus Lindholm. Cole Caulfield. Jason Zucker, Jared Spurgeon, Patrice Bergeron, Kyle Connor, Dylan Larkin, Jordan Kyrou, and Marty McSorley. That was the O-Peach E, which means Robin, in case you forgot. Just a couple autographs left. I'm going to show this one. This guy is a commentator for the Blue Jays, but he was a catcher. Also for the Blue Jays at one point. Buck Martinez, catcher. He was a manager as well. Buck Martinez managed the Blue Jays 2002, 2001, 2002. Buck Martinez also played on the Royals. That's where he got his start. This is his rookie card. He was one of the youngest players ever. He started when he was very young. Famously congratulating Kevin Biggio on having some sex. We got one last jumbo pack and one last autograph. We got Panini Contenders. I've never opened the Contenders cards. They only had, when I went to the Shoppers Drug Mart, this was the only sports card they had. And I've never opened Contenders. I would have rather opened Contenders for baseball and basketball. Oh, well. I think this one's good. Steph Curry. You see, they're interesting cards. They're made to look like tickets for the game, but in my opinion, it just doesn't give enough space to the photograph of the player, and that really should always be the highlight of the card. Yusuf Nurkic, Mike Conley, Kevin Durant. Oh, that's a cool one too. Oh, and you have different rows and seats and stuff. I wonder if you have doubles, if that ever changes. Or if that actually is code for something. Game 34. Cool. Chris Paul. Sounds like a politician. Karl Anthony Towns. Ja Morant. Malcolm Brogdon, Jalen Suggs. I don't know. I recognize a lot of these names. Is it just like mostly the stars or is it like the full league? Chris Middleton, C.J. McCollum, Cole Anthony, Jaren Jackson Jr. I wonder if there are special cards or if they all just look completely identical, or if we just got a bad box. Or a bad pack. Kyle Lowry, I've heard that name too. Colin Sexton. Chris Duarte. Damian Lillard, heard that name. Ooh, we got a green of James Harden. I guess not all the cards are the same. I guess we do have some parallels. James Harden green. Not a bad one to get a green of. Oh, hey, we got another special James Harden card. Game night ticket. Historic draft class. Shaquille O'Neal, Paolo Banchero, draft class, 2022. Oh, he was pick number 1. James Harden, Shaquille O'Neal, Paolo Banchero, Steph Curry. Those are a lot of people whose names I do recognize. And our final autograph is Joe Dante. Joe Dante is, of course, the director of Gremlins and The Burbs, and several other movies. The Hole, Gizmo's Boo Boo, and he signed it with like a paint marker, so the autographs really look very good. Except on the second one, though, it kind of smudged. I don't know if you remember seeing us open this card. Big thanks to Retro Hero 1006 for the pack of Gremlins. It doesn't really matter, though, that the autograph is messed up, because this is how I'm going to present the card anyway. Joe, look at this. He drew Gizmo, and he switched markers. Look, he cared so much. All right, well, that was everything for today. Which autograph did you like the best? Which of these jumbo packs do you think had the best goods? Let me know in the comments down below. Take care, everybody. See you next time.